Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Quest for You. This is episode 61. Thank you so much for listening, and please help me spread the word with this podcast. I would love for my message to go out to more people that could really use it. Maybe for today, just think about a way that you can share my podcast. Maybe a friend far away that you haven't talked to in a while that likes this kind of stuff. Or maybe a coworker that you've had a good conversation with the other day. Sometimes the little things that we do, the books that we read, podcasts we listen to, it happens to me too. Sometimes it just doesn't occur to us to share it with someone, and really by sharing, helping them in a way that you may never know. So please pass it on, share it. I am confident that the message I'm sharing is good and can be helpful for many people. Today I want to talk about body and brain and that connection between the two. I've mentioned on previous episodes that the body and the mind are connected. And this connection is important in many aspects, but especially for the purpose of reconnecting with ourselves. Our brain is our faculty for analyzing, systemizing, and making logical sense of the world. However, too often we just live there in the brain, and we have lost the connection to our heart. We try to make sense of the world only in our brain, which excludes the heart. By shifting exclusively into our heads, we have disconnected our thinking from our being, which is the quest we are on together here on this podcast, to reconnect with this inner world, to get in touch with who we are, and then from there establish a more complete connection with the world, not just one based on analysis and isolation. This disconnect can show itself in many ways. One of the ones that stands out to me often is in our posture. I believe that our posture reflects how we feel inside. It's a representation of the closing off that I'm speaking about here. Look at people and how they hold their bodies. Once your awareness of yourself increases, you also become more attuned to other people around you. You pick up more than just their words, the subtler things such as posture and gestures. When I'm interacting with others, I'm sensitive to how people hold themselves. And this, at the same time, makes me aware of my own bearing, which I often adjust right there and in the moment. And please, don't misunderstand this. I am not judging others. It's simply an awareness that you may notice too. In fact, sometimes it pains me to see people so uncomfortable in their own body. They're trying to hide themselves right in front of you when you're talking to them. Arms crossed at the chest, shoulders leaning forward, averting your eyes, trying to get away from the conversation by leaning somewhere else but not towards you. Even the tone of their voice can give it away. Or they're trying to appear overly confident, hiding their insecurities and doubts behind a pose that looks superficially strong. They're trying to create distance, separation, and a sense of coldness comes across. I was this insecure person many years ago, and I'm still working on overcoming it. Unsure of myself, I would cross my arms, nervous, anxious, thinking about what to say next. Not comfortable in my body and not comfortable amongst people I didn't know. When we don't consult with our heart, it starts to collapse. Our chest falls, we become rounded, our necks become bent, and the body closes itself. Today I want you to reflect on yourself and how sensitive you are to the world. We often have closed ourselves because of fear of being vulnerable. So opening up means being vulnerable again in many ways. But you will learn to trust that behind that vulnerability stands a stronger being that is not easily run over by everyone and everything. With opening up, I mean this and more. Listening to the things that give you joy, pursuing a passion, or following a dream. One piece that people that live in their heads often miss is that abstractness and reason belong to life just like emotions do. But not knowing how to combine the two, They throw out emotions as the week go on. I want to show you that you don't have to live in this disconnect. That in order to conquer life, that you have to shut out all your feelings. It's in fact the opposite. When you open yourself to the passions and the feelings, you will begin to live a richer life. When you open your body to compassion and thoughtfulness, you discover that the world interacts with you continually. And the world asks you to respond and engage. You can observe this in any of the circumstances that take place today as you move about your day. The interactions with friends and strangers, the things that happened to you today that you didn't plan on, the information that you absorbing today, all of it, it's life. And when you truly attend to life through all of your awakened understanding, the world will change you. That involves real listening and being present in the moment. And instead of being rigid and closed off from everything, it is allowing yourself to be changed by your experiences. Soften to what is and see where that takes you. Come back out of the mind and back into the heart. Living in the head is a form of self-supervision by which we withdraw from the sensations of the body. And that creates a division. It's that disconnectedness. So, integrating body and brain means feeling that self as a whole. It is the journey that brings the inner world as a whole into relationship with the outer world. It means that there's a balance between sensitivity and closure. Sure, you don't want to be an open book and absorb everything around you. You do need to protect yourself and evaluate how everything that you encounter fits into your life. But the more the body is closed in upon itself, the less compassion it has. The more it opens and relaxes, the more it comes into interaction with the present. See, it's about being first and then doing. I want to encourage you to do this. First, begin the dialogue with yourself. By skipping the path to the heart and replacing it with the path that only connects you to the brain, you're living a life of abstraction. Instead, understand that everything is allowed to fit and work together. Science and spirituality together offer wholeness. Body and brain, including emotions, thoughts, and inner desires, they all work together to create unity. The human brain by itself won't bring you fulfillment and joy in life until you bring your feelings into play. It's exactly those feelings of excitement and energy that will accelerate your brain's activities. When you find your life's task and your purpose, you know what I'm talking about. There is an emotional connection between your brain and your heart. When you bring an open spirit to the conceptual undertakings in your life, you will find it. You'll find this connection. You will discover things that you're not only good at, but also that you're passionate and joyful about. And those are the things that are meant for you. So explore and find what connects. Your heart needs to be in it, and you will see that it translates into success for your own inner fulfillment and for others around you that are now ignited by your work. And second, keep your brain curious. When you're just going through the motions, you'll become bored one day. Maybe the money is there, the recognition, but you don't feel the excitement. And the people around you will feel it too. That is when the gap between body and brain widens and you need to make an effort to reconnect again. Because you're starting to run on empty. When the body senses you're getting excited again, your brain will jump back on and bring you ideas and inspiration. The people around you will notice it, and most of all, you will be aware of the forward motion that is taking place, sparked by your enthusiasm. Understand that there is something unique about you that you are meant to do. Your brain is unlike that of any other human being. It's up to you how you begin to utilize it. The people that have notably changed this world with their contributions have tapped into their potential successfully, and so can you. But you have to start recognizing this fact about you. And then you have to visualize it and see what is so unique about you. And the only way to find it is to connect with your inner self, to connect body and brain. Because that is you, right? That is your whole you. And that's the you that you want to bring to this world, to your dreams, to your goals, to your daily thing, your job, the people around you, your family. You don't want to just live in your head. That wouldn't be the whole you that you want them to experience and that you want to experience yourself. Much love today. Until next time.